Hello people, this is Adrienne with Ascensionsoulcoaching. So we're back down at the property, still working, getting there though. So I want to do a quick read, and I'm going to do a reading today. I'm going to do a reading later today, but for right now, I just want to talk about a few things about the Meghan and Harry issue. So I told you all before that there is an agenda for them to ruin or take down the royal British family. So what I want to talk to you about is, some people are like, no, I don't think it's true. But yes, it's truth, because now Omid Scobie is coming out again and talking about, now there's multiple people who had racial conversations with Meghan and Harry. And so why would you bring that up again after the last row they had with Oprah Winfrey? And everything has been hashed. They've said what they had to say. So now, it's June 19th. This week, they're talking about another row of people in the royal family who had spoken to them about the baby's color, with Archie's color. I'm going to give you my opinion about what happened. Now, it may not be true, but this is how I see it. Because when you're dealing with a narcissist, they will use words to confuse you. They'll use words against you. All right? So let's say there's the Black Lives Matter team is was at one point behind Meghan and Harry. And they, of course, want racial equality. And because Meghan's the supposedly first biracial, well, she's not, Queen Charlotte was, or multiracial person to become high up in the royal family, right? So what if she went to the Queen or the Charles or whatever and said, hey, we can really make history. We could be forefront. We could be, trendsetters, and we can now make Archie a prince. I know he shouldn't be a prince because he's not in the line of succession. He's in the line of succession, but he's so far down and he won't really get his prince title until Papa, which is Charles, becomes king. But why not make him a prince now, and then we can show the whole world how modernized we are and how leading in the future we are, and how we believe in racial equality. This is just the next step for me and Harry getting married. Now let's just push and have our children become princes and princesses and princes, just like William's children. And then people are like, oh, there's the first black prince. And then, so let's say Anne and Charles were like, well, color has nothing to do with this, because the royal title patent says that he cannot become a prince until Prince Charles becomes king, because that's his grandson. So they said, no, it has nothing to do with color. We're not trying to be trendsetters in that regards. We're just going to live by the patent rules that we have on file right now, and this is the way we're going to be. And so Harry and Meghan got pissed off and said, okay, fine. If you don't want to give our child the title, then you can't see our child. Because if you remember, when she was talking to Oprah, she told Oprah, y'all racist to us, you treat us wrong, and so why should we let you see our child? So that brings me to another thing. A lot of people are saying that Meghan didn't have Archie. So I think that Archie is definitely a product of Meghan and Harry. Did she carry the baby? I don't know. It's a possibility she did not. However, when you look at the real Archie that they show as Archie, he looks like Harry, and he looks like Meghan to me. As the one, they do show several babies. So let me just talk about that. All the royals have doubles, so they've already acknowledged it. Sometimes when they go out, or someone's acknowledged it when they go out, sometimes they'll have doubles acting in their capacity when they can't be everywhere at one time, or maybe they're sick, or they can't show up at certain events where they're just being photographed. So we already know that. So I don't have a problem with Meghan and Harry using doubles. They don't want, my problem is they're intently and maliciously don't want us to see their children. That's the problem I have with them. It's not about just something you do when you don't have the time to take a picture or show up to certain events. They've said, Meghan has said to Oprah on TV, that based on the way people treat them, why should they let people see their children, especially Archie? So that's two separate things. So did she have the baby? I would think, I'm gonna say there's a possibility she had it, and I'm gonna say there's a possibility she had a surrogate. But as long as it's his and her DNA, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, unless the Queen has a problem with it. I think the issue with the Queen is that I think a lot of lies were told I think the queen knows that they were withholding the baby from the family on purpose because they were pissed off because they didn't get their way. But I wouldn't say that. I'm not going to say yes to whether it was a surrogate. However, the baby with Lilibet, again, she's holding secrets. She's suspect. I've been reading that there's either 2 mothers or 2 babies, so a lot of other readers are also getting that. Now, so, and then my other thing is with the baby Lilibet, so tomorrow's Father's Day, it's the 20th of February, or excuse me, it's the 20th of June, so it's Father's Day. So is she going to like release little pictures of her baby, Lilibet, and maybe Archie? Possibly. And that's okay. If that's what she wants to do, we can't get upset with her because that's what she wants to do. If you release little pictures of your baby, and it's your baby, nobody else can get mad about you and what you released. Is it a real baby? We shall see. We shall see if she's already has the baby, because I believe that the baby's already here, whether she delivered it or it was a surrogate. But if she wants to release a finger, a toenail, or wisp of hair, let her do what she do. We got to stop playing into her games. She is a narcissist and she's dragging us along like we the codependents. So I read on her very rarely because I don't like her energy. I don't like what they're doing to their families. I don't like what they're doing to the people. I don't like how they're manipulating, gaslighting the people. So if she wants to just show a wisp of hair from the baby, an eyelash from the baby, let her play her games, but stop playing into them. Don't get upset. You can read on it, you can talk about it, but don't get emotional about it, because that's what she draws. She loves, as a narcissist, she loves the attention. And every time, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, as long as you're talking about her, she gets a kick out of it, and she can make money off of it. So, you know, if she does it, great. But what I suggest you do is you just honor all of your fathers in your lives tomorrow. And if you want to throw a message out to like Charles or someone else that's famous that you know, that's great. But take time tomorrow to just thank all of the fathers in your life and the people who have been there for you and helped you on your journey. And don't worry so much about Miss Markle, because she has her own price to pay for the things she does. And Lilibet and Archie's going to be the brunt of all their mistakes. They're going to live and have to live through all the mistakes their parents are making right now. So I just want to talk to you just through some of my chest, and I'll just talk to y'all later. So I will do a reading tomorrow, and I will do a reading on some of the things that's happening with Meghan and Markle, but that'll be tomorrow, which is Father's Day. I'll do a really quick one. Talk to you later. Bye.